Hello, hello. Hey, John. Ellen. Now, I can't hear you guys. Can you hear me? All right.
Right.
Now I can hear you both.
Great.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Perfect. Okay.
Hi, Ellen.
Hi.
It's John.
Hi, John. I can't see you.
You know,
Morning.
if you scroll to the right, if you slide your screen to the right, there should be 3 little dots at the bottom of the screen. And if you scroll the screen to the right, you should be able to see John. But I've lost John too.
Okay, well, I'm scrolling also. Oh, I see Ellen, and I see you.
I can't see you, John. You're it looks like you're check and
Okay.
see. Let me check your video setting and see. All right, I'm going to ask you, John, are you on your iPhone?
I am. I would have run my iPad, but where'd you go? The host is having to start your video. Okay.
Oh, there you are. I see John. Hi, John.
Hi, Ellen.
Good morning.
Well, great. Good morning, you guys. Olivia's not going to join us, so it may end up just being you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
So, you know, if you don't mind, we'll wait just a few more minutes. I haven't heard back from everybody else. I wanted to keep this fairly small. You know, I've never taught Tai Chi in this format, so it's always been in person. You know, I've done several Qigong videos, real simple, basic stuff, and you know, and those are, I mean, if you got, you can find those. Those are on my YouTube channel. But I've never done this in this kind of format. And what I want to do, well, what we'll find is, you know, often, and this will make sense as we start moving on. We're going to actually go into a Yang style Tai Chi form today. So we're going to actually learn a Yang style Tai Chi form, the beginnings of a Yang style Tai Chi form. So we're not going to just do Qigong. We're actually going to introduce you guys to Tai Chi. Are you familiar with Tai Chi?
A little bit.
Not a little bit, but not very much. I did have see your video, and I did it with your video.
All right, great. Yeah.
But not really.
Yeah, and I know John and I, we've done a little bit of Tai Chi or Qigong in some of our workouts.
Splashing our face with water.
That's right. And we'll actually do that series in just a moment, right, to get you guys started. But you know, but what we're also going to do, and this is where it becomes a little challenging, and we'll see. And again, I want you guys to enjoy this and have fun, and I definitely would appreciate and encourage your feedback after we get done with this. But we are going to learn a little bit of, so in kind of the big spectrum, think of like Qigong is like a big category, a category of movement and breath. And typically Qigong is broken up into a series of very simple movements that you do in conjunction with your breathing. Tai Chi, you could say, fits into that, but it's actually a series of movements strung together into a form you do in succession. So one leads into the other, leads into the other, and leads into the other. So you could say that Tai Chi kind of fits into the Qigong category if we're looking at it from a healing perspective, or a breath movement perspective. But Tai Chi is different in the sense that it's a little bit more complicated because it's a series of movements. It's kind of like, John, John, if you were playing, like, it's like the difference between playing single notes and playing like Tai Chi would be a scale, right?
Okay.
Qigong would be consistently playing a single note. I just want to preface that.
Hi. I'm doing Tai Chi via Zoom.
Very good.
You're welcome to join.
Yeah, right. So again, the reason why I preface that is, we'll start off with a little bit of that Qigong. We'll actually start off with a little standing meditation. But as we start to move into the Tai Chi form, let me know how you guys are doing. Because again, it can be a little challenging. Like I said, I haven't taught it in this format, but I wanted to give it a shot and see how it goes.
Okay.
All right. Well, I believe probably everybody who's going to sign on is going to sign on, and if they don't, we'll admit them as they come. But well, let's begin.
Okay.
So, and I'm trying this out with these earbuds. These are Jamie's earbuds. Can you guys hear me still okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful. All right. Well, let's begin. And what we're going to do is we're going to start off with just a little bit of movement just to kind of get you guys into your body. And then we're actually going to settle back into a little bit of standing meditation. From there, we'll move into some Qigong, and we'll close learning a little bit of that Tai Chi form. Well, let's begin. So let's just start off with just a little bit of movement, and we'll start off with the head and the neck, right? So John, we've done this a couple of times before. What you're going to do, Ellen, how you doing over there?
Good. I'm wondering if I can just get you on here without me.
If you scroll to the middle screen, right? If you scroll to the middle screen, so go back to your left, you should just get me.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I got just you. Okay.
John, obviously you can do that as well if you'd like.
No, I got just you.
Great.
Oops, now I just see John. Just a minute.
I think when I talk, it gets into the screen.
Right, yeah, and I'm not quite sure how to manipulate that setting. Ellen's just getting settled in. John, you have visitors this morning?
Well, I have a person cleaning the pool.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's an essential business. Right?
It is, right?
Yes.
That's why I keep telling Jamie, I'm like, there's some projects I have around the house, and I'm like, if I go to Home Depot, is that essential?
Yeah.
All right. Ellen, how you doing over there?
I'm good. I can't keep you in the. Here we go. Okay.
Okay, great. And again, for me, the farther you are away, so I can see your bodies, the better it is for me to kind of see what's going on. But let's begin, you guys. So again, we're going to just move the body a little bit just to kind of get you connected, get you grounded, and then we'll come and do a little standing meditation, and then we'll begin our Qigong practice. So let's just start off moving the head and neck. And so we'll just turn, look over your right shoulder, exhale, inhale back to center, turn over left shoulder, inhale back to center, turn, look over the right, inhale back to center, turn, look over the left, Inhale back to center. One more time each side. Exhale as you twist. Inhale back. Exhale, gently twist. Inhale back. And then from here, we're going to mouth closed, tip of the tongue at the roof of the mouth. We're going to look down, chin to the chest. Inhale, look up at the ceiling. Exhale, chin to the chest. Inhale, look up at the ceiling. Exhale, chin to the chest. One more time. Inhale, look up at the ceiling. And then just looking straight out. And from here, we'll do some circles with the head and the neck. And we're just going to do semicircles or half circles. What you're going to do is you're going to let your ear go to the shoulder. And then you're just going to roll your chin down towards your chest and bring your opposite ear to the opposite shoulder. Right? So again, we're going to go chin to the chest, ear to the shoulder, chin to the chest, ear to the shoulder. It's like a pendulum. You're just kind of letting your forehead swing down and back up, gently swing down and back up. Let's just go one more rotation to each side. Get back up. Last one. Down and back up. And then just drop the chin to the chest and then just look straight out. Ready, you guys? And from here, what we're going to do is we're just going to inhale, bring the shoulders up towards the ears. And then exhale, just let them go. Inhale, bring the shoulders up to the ears. And then exhale, let them go. Inhale, bring the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, let them go one more time. Inhale, bring the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, let them go. Great. Just move it out a little bit. And then from here, what we're going to do is you're just going to relax the arms and you're just going to let the hands come up to about wrist height. So elbows close to the ribs. And then we're just going to shake the hands. And imagine like you're shaking water off your hands. As if you just got done, washing your hands. You're just shaking the water off your hands. Just get a little bit of energy in those fingertips. Yeah, great. And then we'll release, kind of move the arms a little bit. Beautiful. And then let's just move the arms a little bit. So what we're going to do is you're going to inhale. You're going to reach the arms straight out. Imagine like you're doing a zombie walk. And then you're going to bring the arms out to the side. And then you're going to bring them down. And we're going to do that nice and fluid. So you're going to inhale, the arms come up and forward. Exhale, arms to the side and then down. Inhale, up and forward. Exhale to the side and down. Inhale, up and forward. Exhale to the side and down. One more time. Inhale, up and forward. Exhale to the side and down. And then let's just reverse that. So we'll go to the side, forward, and then down. All right. Up to the side, to the forward, and then down. And then we'll add our breath. So we'll inhale up to the side. Exhale, forward and down. Inhale up to the side. Exhale, forward and down. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale up to the side. Exhale, forward and down. Beautiful. And again, we'll just kind of shake out those arms a little bit again. And then from here, we'll take the hands to the hips, feet hip width apart, and you're just going to rock those, do some circles with those hips. Great, you guys, right? We're just circling those hips in one direction. We'll go one more time here, and then we'll circle and we'll go in the other direction. Great, 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 great. And then we're just going to come right here. We're going to bring the feet together. We're going to go hands at the knees, and we're going to mobilize in those ankles a little bit. Great. And then we'll reverse and we'll go in the other direction. And then we'll slowly come up and just shake out the legs a little bit here. Again, just shaking out the arms. And then we're just going to twist the body. This is called constant bear. And we're just gently tapping the side ribs, gently tapping the small of the back. So like, John, this is a great one for when you start playing pickleball again.
Yeah.
If you guys play golf or tennis or anything like that, this is a great way to kind of get loosened up and warmed up for tennis, golf. Great. And then again, we'll just shake out the legs, shake out the arms. And so what I would like to do here, now that you're kind of in your body, is we're going to actually come into a standing meditation. And then we're going to just kind of get deeper into your breath, because so much about Tai Chi and Qigong is about breathing and moving your breath, moving your body with your breath and in conjunction with your breath. So the first thing we want to do is bring our attention to our breathing. So what I want you guys to do is you're going to stand. And can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Beautiful. What you're going to do is you're going to just stand hip to shoulder width apart on a nice, strong, stable stance. You're going to close your eyes. Let your body weight sink into the floor. So I want you to imagine your heels rooting into the ground as you soften the soles of the feet, the balls of the feet rooting into the ground, the toes gently relaxing and spreading out onto the floor. And as you root down, you're going to soften on the tops of the feet. Soften the muscles around the ankles. And we'll begin to move that relaxation up the legs. So we'll just soften the muscles around the calves, the shins, just all the way up the lower leg. Releasing any tension in the back of the knees. Softening any tension in the front of the thighs. Softening any tension in the back of the thighs. And then let go in the front of the hips. In Tai Chi, that's referred to as Sung Kwa, where you're just loosening the front of the hips, letting go in the front of the hips. Just imagining like your body's just hanging there. And then what I want you to do from here is I want you to visualize or imagine that you have a little bungee cord attached to the tip of the tailbone. And that bungee cord was pulling your tailbone deep down into the center of the earth. As you release the tension in your legs, but feel the support as your body releases down, feel the support as your body gently being pushed, propelled back up. We're going to let go of any tension in your belly. Let go of any tension in your lower back. And just move that relaxation up through the ribs, all the way up to the chest and shoulders, all the way up to the back, behind the shoulder blades, and the upper back, base of the neck. And here we're just going to soften in the armpits. Let there be space in the armpits as you unwind down the shoulders, unwind down the arms, soften in the elbows, unwind down the forearms, release, soften, unwind the wrist, release, soften, unwind all the way down through the palms of the hands to the very tips of the fingers. Release, soften, unwind the back of the hands all the way down from the wrists through the outsides of the hands to the tips of the fingers. And again, we're just going to, from here, travel up to the neck and let go of any tension in the neck, the jaw, cheeks, lips. Let go of any tension in the forehead. And then bringing your awareness back down to the feet. Again, I want you to sense the body grounding down. And as the body grounds down, again, bring your attention to that bungee cord pulling your tailbone deep down into the center of the earth. And now I want you to visualize a bungee cord attached to the crown of your head. And that bungee cord was pulling the crown of your head up towards the ceiling or up towards the sky. So as the body weight grounds down into the floor, the tailbone gently pulls down deep into the center of the earth. And the crown of the head gently pulls up towards the sky. So the spine lengthens out of that base support. Then I want you to imagine, visualize light or energy, we're unwinding down your arms and coming out your fingers. So we're just expanding out through the fingers at the same time. And then begin to gently bring your attention and your awareness to your breathing. And at first, we're just going to observe the breath. And I want you just to bring your awareness, your attention to the sensation of the breath flowing in and out through the body. And one of the ways I like to do this is sense the breath flowing in and out through your nose or in and out through your nostrils. And you may find that you undulate a little bit here. You may find that you rock a little forward as you exhale, and you rock a little back as you inhale, and that's okay. That's just the body naturally moving. And now I want you to bring a little bit more attention to that breath, and as you exhale, I want you to exhale all the air out of your lungs, every last drop. And as you inhale, allow that inhalation to fill the body. Imagine like you're pulling air up through your feet from the floor, all the way up to the head and all the way out to the fingers. And as you exhale, imagine that breath, air, energy, light, whatever works for you, will back down from the crown of the head, back from the fingers, and back down into the floor. So as you inhale, you pull the energy light up all the way out to the tip of the fingers, all the way out through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, that energy dissipates. It goes back down into the floor. So like a light, inhale, it's turning on. Exhale, it's gently dimming. Inhale, it's turning on. Exhale, it's gently dimming. And just stay with that visual for a few breaths according to your own breathing pattern. Let's do one more breath here. You'll exhale all the air out of your lungs. And on your inhalation, we'll slowly open the eyes and just bring your awareness back into the space. And then we're going to stick with that same breathing visualization. We'll begin a little bit of movement here. So we'll begin a little bit of this Qigong series. And this is a few pieces of what they call the 8 brocade, or the 8 pieces of brocade. And they're 8 Qigong exercises. And we're just going to do a few of them. But we'll begin by what John was saying, for splashing water on the face. This is a kind of a reset. So what I want you guys to do, I want you to exhale all the air out of your lungs. And as you exhale, you're just going to release the ankles, knees, and hips just a little bit. So we're just going to release the ankles, knees, and hips. And as you inhale, I want you to imagine like you're pulling water from a basin or a sink. And we're going to pull that water up and gently splash it on your face. And as you exhale, we'll release it back down. Exhale fully, and as you do, the arms go out and your body gently tilts, and we're gonna pull that water from the basin, splash it on the face, and then release it back down. Again, you're gonna exhale fully, release, arms over, pull that water from the basin, splash it on the face. Right, exhale fully, and again, you release the ankles, knees, hips, gentle hinge. And pull that water from the face. Splash on the face. Exhale. Yeah. 2 more times. You're breathing. So we're inhaling the energy up the front of the body. Exhale, releasing it down the back of the body. Inhaling the energy up the front of the body. Exhale down the back of the body. And the fingers are real soft and very attentive. So attention gently at the tips of the fingers, like you're literally pulling water or something soft and gentle and delicate from that basin. We'll do that one more time. Exhale fully. And so let's just add on to this. So this time we're gonna inhale, we're gonna pull that water from the basin. And here, when we get to chest or front center, you're gonna flip the palms over, and then you're gonna reach them up towards the ceiling. Yeah. And then from here, we're gonna release the arms down to your sides. And again, when we get to the bottom, we'll hinge just a little bit so we can pull that water from the basin. Bring it up to heart center or chest center. Flip it over, and then press up to the ceiling. Right. Exhaling down. Inhale, pulling that water from the basin. Flipping our palms over. Inhaling, completing all the way up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And again, same thing here. The attention is all the way out to the tips of the fingers. And I want you to imagine, again, you're lifting something very delicate as you lift the hands and as you flip the palms over, press up to the ceiling. This is called lifting heaven. And as you come down, imagine like your feet are painting gently down to the wall. And you want the strokes to be, so we're going to inhale up, flip the palm over, continue the inhalation, and then exhale slowly. And as you feel more and more comfortable with this, right, inhaling up. You can squat a little bit deeper if it feels good, right? Squat down as deep as feels right for you. And you can bend backwards as far as feels right for you as well. So you can begin to exaggerate the movement a little bit. Great, you guys. We'll just do one more here. Inhale up, all the way up. Exhale, release. And then we'll come back and we'll splash water on the face. Exhale, release. And then I want you just to take a moment here, just kind of shake it out, loosen up the shoulders a little bit, loosen up the legs a little bit. And then let's move on. And John, we've done this one before as well. We're going to do, this is called wise out faces backwards. And we'll come back to the same thing. We'll do that. We're going to do that same gentle reset. So what we'll do here is again, we're going to start off. I always like to start off with an exhalation. So we're going to bring the hands up. Exhale, gently push down. You're going to inhale, open up the hands just like you did before. We're going to inhale, cultivate the energy, bring the arms up. Exhale, down. And then you open the arms up and out to the sides. And notice, right, the palms are facing out and actually a little up, and they're going to rotate out just a little bit. So you get a little bit of external rotation at the arms and shoulders. And then from here, we're going to gently turn the torso and look over that right shoulder. Yeah, great. And then as you inhale, you're going to come back to center. And then you're going to release. You're going to splash water on the face. Exhale. And then you're going to inhale, open up. Palms facing out. And you're going to exhale, turn and look over that left shoulder. Right, the torso turns, the head turns. Again, just being gentle with the body. And as you inhale, you'll come back to center. And as you exhale, again, we'll splash water on the face. Exhale and release. Inhale, open up all the way. And again, you'll exhale, rotate over that right shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale, release. Exhale. Inhale, open up. And again, the arms can be as low as they need to. The higher you hold them, right, the more challenging it can be. So you can keep the arms as low as feels right for you. Exhale as you turn. Inhale back to center. Exhale, release. Inhale up. Exhale down. We'll do one more on each side. Inhale, open up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, open up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back to center. Again, exhale, release. Splashing water on the face. And release. From here again, we'll just shake out the arms a little bit. Shake out the legs. Yeah, we'll just do a little constant bear, just twisting in the torso. And then from here, John, we've done this one as well. This is turning back to look at the moon, but I do this a little bit differently. What you're going to do is you're going to, again, just facing, look at me, but I'm going to turn this way so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. You're going to first, we're going to grab a big ball of breath or a big ball of chi. We're going to pull it into the center of the belly, making a diamond at the center of the belly. From here, we're going to move this diamond to the small of your back, just like this. With this diamond at the small of the back, we're just going to gently soften the ankles, knees, hips, and gently press the hips forward to hinge back. And again, only hinging back as far as feels right for you. From here, we're going to straighten up. We're going to flip the palms over onto your rear, and then you're going to slowly hinge, running the hands down the backs of the legs. From here, when we get down as far as feels right for you, we'll flip them around to the front, and we'll slowly roll them up. We'll bring that diamond back to the center of the belly, right? Again, we'll bring the diamond to the small of the back, gently pressing the hips forward. And then again, bringing, straightening back up, we'll flip the palms over, we'll run them down the back of the legs. Turn the palms around, and then come bring them to the front of the legs. Again, diamond to the center of the belly. Diamond to the small of the back. You're going to exhale, push the hips forward. Inhale, we'll straighten back up. Flip the palms over. Exhale, run the hands down the backs of the legs. Inhale, bring them around. Slowly roll it up the front. Diamond to the center of the belly. Again, diamond to the small of the back. Pushing the hips forward. Exhale. Exhale all the air out. Inhale, straighten back up. Flip the palms over. Exhale, run them down the backs of the legs. Inhale, slowly around and roll it up. Diamond at the center of the belly. We'll do that again. Small of the back. Exhale, pushing the hips forward. Inhale, straighten up. Exhale, run the hands down the backs of the legs. Inhale, slowly around and roll it up the front. Diamond at the center of the belly. One more time. Diamond goes to the small of the back. Exhale, push the hips forward. Inhale, straightening back up. Flip the palms over. Exhale, run them down the back of the legs. Inhale, slowly around up. Diamond at the center of the belly. And this time we'll exhale, release. Again, we'll splash water on the face one more time. Exhale, release. Making gentle fists. We'll just come into that constant bear. Gently tapping the small of the back. Gently tapping the sides of the ribs. Great. And then we'll shake out the legs. Shake out the arms. How are you both feeling?
Good.
All right.
Good.
Great. So let's move on. We're going to learn a little bit of this Tai Chi form. And again, bear with me. It will get a little challenging. Again, you're learning something that can be that has technique, and there's a lot of little nuances. But we're going to try to make it as gross as possible at first, and then we gently begin to narrow in and bring a lot of the nuances in. often this is taught with my back to you. I'm going to try to teach this looking at you in front just because it just seems a little bit more interactive that way. But it just tends to be a little bit easier to gauge this from the back. So we'll start off with a little bit again in the front, and then I'll probably end up turning around because it's going to make more sense to you guys as we move through. So what I want you to do is you're going to take the same stance that you just did. You're going to take this shoulder width stance. All right? And we're going to start off with just a little bit of movement. Actually, I want to change gears a little bit. We're going to actually start off with just your footwork. Okay. So what I want you guys to do is you're going to stand making a V with your feet. So we're going to go heels together, feet slightly turned out. Yeah. And then from here, what you're going to do is you're going to shift into your right leg and step to the side with your left. Shift into your left leg, and then you're going to turn in the right. Yeah. Now I hope you guys can. I'm mirroring you, so I'm doing the exact opposite. Is that helpful? And does that make sense?
Well, let's do that one again.
Let's do it. Good. So we're going to stand, making
A V.
Yep. And you're going to shift the weight into your right leg, and you're going to step out with your left. Shift your weight into your left leg, and then you're going to turn in your right, pointing forward, and then you just parallel stance. I'm going to do it from this direction right here. Let's do it again. So we're going to shift our weight, standing from this V position, right? Heels together, feet slightly turned out. We're going to shift our weight into that right foot. All that weight's going to go into that right leg. You're going to step to the side with your left leg. Then we're going to shift your weight into your left leg, all the way over to your left leg. And then we're going to turn your right foot in, both feet facing parallel. Heels shoulder width apart, feet hip width apart, and you're going to soften your ankles, your knees, and your hips. Body weight sink. Let's do that again. So again, we're going to, standing in this V position, we're going to release the ankles and knees, let the body weight just sink into the floor. We're going to shift your weight into your right foot. You're going to step to the side with your left. Then you're going to shift your weight into your left foot, and we're going to turn that right foot in. Again, we're going to soften the ankles and knees and the hips. Let's do that again. We're going to release the ankles and knees and the hips. Again, just sink into the floor. Shift into the right. Step to the side with the left. Shift into the left. And then turn that right foot in. Release the ankles, the knees, and the hips. Again, visualize that tailbone being pulled down deep into the center of the earth. Visualize the crown of the head gently being pulled up towards the sky. Let go of all that tension. Well, let's do this again. Are you guys starting to get the little pattern with the feet?
Yeah, a
Yeah.
little bit.
All right, okay. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. So again, we're releasing the ankles and knees and the hips. Shift to the right. Step to the left. Shift to the left. Then turn in the right. Again, release ankles, knees. Let's do it again. Release ankles, knees, hips. Shift to the right. Step to the left. Shift to the left. Turn in the right. Soften the ankles, knees, and hips. Let's go one more time. Again, release ankles, knees, hips. Sink to the right. Step to the left. shift to the left, turn in the right, release the ankles and knees. And beautiful. You guys feel like you have that?
I think so.
Somewhat.
Okay, it's challenging, right? Because
Yeah.
you're subtly shifting weight and making movement, right? One of the most challenging things that I think that we have, especially as we age, and one of the things that makes us tend to lose balance is we begin to not trust, and I think there's mechanical stuff going on too, but we begin to not trust having the weight being on one leg. And the more we can learn, and a lot of times what we end up doing is we react by creating tension. So we feel a little unstable. The big muscles, the big primary movers we start to tense them. And as a result, it ends up creating more instability, right? And so the key is in what we're learning how to do in Tai Chi and Qigong is we're learning how to actually shift weight, relax the big primary movers so the little intrinsic muscles can respond naturally. And the little intrinsic muscles are more involuntary. So what I mean by that is they tend to respond to little sensory organelles like at the bottoms of the feet. And the problem is if that sensory input, that afferent, efferent input is disrupted by big primary movers being tense, then the little muscles are not going to be able to respond. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
One of the reasons why Tai Chi is so good for balance, you're learning how to relax the primary mover, you're learning how to shift the weight and get afferent input from like the bottoms of the feet, the sensory organelles in the bottoms of the feet. And then as a result, the little intrinsic muscles can begin to support the body. So that's what we're learning how to do. And that these little things like shifting weight and staying relaxed are so key. And this stepping and shifting is so key. And that's why it's one of the reasons why it's so beneficial for balance and for stability. Well, let's move on. And you don't have to have all this down pat right now. We're going to just kind of put these puzzle pieces together. Let's add a little bit of the hands to this, and then we're going to put those two pieces together. So what I want you to do is we're going to do that same thing. We're going to come back to the footwork, and then we're going to add the hands to it. So, right, standing, V stance. We're going to release the ankles and knees and the hips. And then again, I'm going to be doing the exact opposite since I'm mirroring you guys, but I want you to shift your weight into that right foot. You're going to step to the side with your left. You're going to shift your weight into that left foot, and then we're going to turn that right foot in on the heel. So again, heels about hip width apart, feet pointing forward. And then from here, we're just going to release the ankles and knees and the hips, just like you did when you were splashing water on the face. So we're going to release the ankles, knees, and the hips. And then from here, you're going to inhale. Instead of pulling the water up from the basin, we're going to inhale, reach straight out and forward. And then as you exhale, we're going to pull the palms back towards the shoulders. Imagine almost like you're about to swim and take a stroke, right? You're going to pull the hands back towards the shoulders. And then from here, elbows are going to drop and the arms are going to come up. The hands are going to come up. Almost like somebody's like, stick it up. Stick them up, right? Fingers up, elbows down. And then from here, we're going to slowly bring the hands down like you're finger painting the wall. Yeah, let's do just the movement again. So what I want you to do is I want you to release the ankles, the knees, and the hips, almost like you're about to jump. And you're going to reach the fingers out and up. You're going to pull the fingers back. The elbows are going to go down. The hands are going to go up. Stick them up. And then you're going to finger paint down the wall. Beautiful. Let's just do that fluidly a few more times. We're going to reach ankles, knees, hips. You're going to reach out and forward and up. You're going to pull the fingers back towards the shoulders. And then the elbows go down, the fingers go up. And then we'll finger paint down the wall. Again, release, ankles, knees, hips. You're going to reach out, up. You're going to pull the fingers back. Elbows are going to drop, fingers are going to rise. and then you're going to finger paint down the wall. I'm going to show you from the side as well. So again, you're going to release the ankles, the knees, and the hips like you're about to jump. You're going to reach the hands forward and out. You're going to pull the hands back. You have to release ankles and hips. You're going to, elbows are going to drop, fingers are going to rise, and then you're going to finger paint down the wall. So again, release ankles, knees, hips. Reaching out. Pulling back. Elbows drop, fingers rise. Finger paint down the wall. One more time. Release ankles, knees, hips. Reach on out. Pull back. Elbows drop, fingers rise. Finger paint down the wall. So there's a lot of little subtlety in there. You know, another thing that in Tai Chi and in Qigong, right, there's this concept of the yin and yang, right? Yin and yang, or kind of opposites, right? And in Tai Chi, right, we have this release and excitation movement, right? So there's this passive portion, and then there's this active portion. Right? As my Tai Chi master would say, you fall asleep, and then you wake up. You fall asleep, and then you wake up. You fall asleep. Right? This spiraling kind of effect in Tai Chi. And this is in conjunction with the breathing. So let's do the same little movement pattern, but now with your breath. So again, heels hip width apart. Slightly turned out. We're going to release the ankles, knees, hips. You're going to inhale as you reach out and up. Exhale, pull the fingers back. Inhale, the elbows drop as the fingers rise. Exhale, fingers paint down the wall. Again, we're going to release ankles, knees, hips. Exhale fully. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, open up. Exhale, finger painting down the wall. Again, exhale, release. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, open up. Exhale, finger painting down the wall. Again, exhale, release. Inhale, open up. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, elbows drop, rise. Exhale, paint the wall. One more time. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, elbows drop, rise. Exhale, finger paint down the wall. And release. Let's just take a moment. We'll just come into this constant bear. Just loosen everything up. How are you guys doing? You hanging in there?
Good.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. This is challenging. You know, again, it's the difference between learning to play notes and learning to play a scale. You're starting to put things together. So let's put those two pieces together, right? So we're going to put those two pieces together. Again, I'm going to mirror you. Is it helpful for me to mirror you? And do you
I
guys
think
know?
it's good the way you're doing it. It's like facing us is good, and then turning around when we kind of got it.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's do that. All right. So again, we're going to start at the beginning. We're going to do the footwork first, leading into the hand movement. So we'll stand in that V position, heels together, feet slightly turned out, and we'll soften the ankles, the knees, and the hips. And I want you just to take a moment to, again, visualize the body weight sinking into the floor. You got that tailbone pulling deep down into the center of the earth, the crown of the head gently pulling up towards the sky. So it's like the body's suspended as you're grounding down. From here, we're going to shift your weight into that right foot. You're going to step to the side with the left. You're going to shift your weight into that left foot. And then you're going to turn that right foot in on the heel. And then we're going to release ankles and knees and the hips. Again, visualize the tailbone being pulled down, the crown of the head being pulled up towards the sky. Exhale fully. We're going to release. Soften hips. As you inhale, you're going to reach out. Exhale, you're going to pull back. Inhale, elbows drop, fingers rise. And then you exhale, we're going to finger paint down the wall. Great. Let's do that again from the beginning. Again, feet together. All right. Ellen, can you see me okay?
Yeah, I'm just want to look at your feet while you're doing it without me doing it.
Okay. You know what? You don't need to see my face. Let's see if this helps. So, right. And let me show you guys, and then we'll go back and we'll do it together. But you're going to shift your weight. Again, remember, I'm doing the opposite. I'm trying to mirror you so it makes sense. You're going to shift your weight into that right foot. You're going to step to the side with your left foot. You're going to shift your weight into that left foot, and then you're going to turn that right foot in.
Okay. I'll try that.
From behind, sometimes this is helpful too, right?
So Jordan, when you turn your right foot back into the to make it parallel, is your weight on that heel? Have you shifted the weight to the heel or?
Yeah. So let's see. So let me do it from this direction right here, right? So from here down there, you're going to shift that weight into that right heel, right? And then you're going to turn. Does that make sense? I'm trying to mirror you guys, and it kind of sometimes it can lead off a little. Yeah. Does that answer your question, John? So,
I think so.
So yeah, you're going to step out. You're going to shift your weight into that heel, and then you're going to turn that foot in. So you mean the pivoting foot?
Okay. And then when we pivot in, are we supposed to be balanced on both legs?
Yeah. Once you pivot in, you're going to be balanced on both legs.
Okay.
Yeah. So once you pivot in, you'll be balanced on both legs. I'm going to do it from this direction just because of this. This is the proper direction. When I do it the other way, I mirror you guys, and sometimes it kind of can throw me off too. So. Right, we're going to shift that weight into that right foot. It all just kind of sinks into that right foot. You're going to step to the side with your left foot. That left foot steps down softly, and then we're going to shift our weight over into that left foot. And I don't know if this is kind of a bit of a nuance, John, but yeah, definitely it always goes into the heel first and then sinks into the ball toe. And then we're going to turn that right foot in, feet facing forward. But yeah,
okay.
On that right heel. Pivot on that right heel. Almost imagine like your foot's like a windshield wiper.
Okay.
You're pivoting on that.
Jordan?
Yes, Ellen?
So when you end up, are your feet parallel?
Exactly. Your feet are parallel. There's a slight turnout, a tiny bit. A comfortable turnout. So you don't have to force them to be pointed straight. They could be at a relaxed turnout, natural turnout. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Forcing them to be parallel, right? They don't need to be parallel like that. They can slight, your body naturally is going to want to have them turned out a little bit. They can have a slight natural turnout, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. You guys ready to try this again? And again, we're going to just move. We're going to do the footwork right into the hands.
Okay.
So again, we're just going to release the ankles, knees, hips. Shift your weight into that right foot. Step to the side with your left. Shift your weight into that left foot. Turn that right foot in on the heel. Release the ankles and knees and the hips. As you inhale, you're going to reach the arms up and out. As you exhale, you're going to pull the hand back towards the shoulders. As you inhale, the elbows drop and the fingers rise like you're waving high with both hands. And then as you exhale, we're going to finger paint down that wall. Beautiful, you guys. Let's do it again. We'll come right to it. Feet together on your heel, right, making that V shape. We're going to shift into the right, step to the side with the left, shift into the left, and then turn in on the right. Again, you're going to release the ankles and knees and the hips. As you inhale, you'll reach out and up. As you exhale, we'll pull the fingers back, hands towards the shoulder. As you inhale, the elbows drop and the fingers rise. And as you exhale, we'll finger paint down that wall. Great. Let's do it again. So we'll release the ankles and knees and the hips. Shift to the right, step to the left, shift to the left, then turn. Release the ankles and knees and the hips. And as you inhale, reach forward and up. As you exhale, we'll pull those fingers back. As you inhale, the elbows drop, the fingers rise. And as you exhale, we'll finger paint down that way. Let's do it again. Shift to the right, step with the left, shift into the left, turn, and release the ankles, knees, and the hips. They're going to inhale, reach out. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, open up. Exhale, finger painting down the wall. Great. Let's do it again. Release, ankles, knees, hips. Shift into the left or right, step to the left, shift into the left, turn in the right. Again, release, ankles, knees, hips. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, open up. Exhale, fingers down. Let's do that one more time. Release, ankles, knees, hips. Shift to the right, step to the left, shift to the left, turn in the right. And again, release, ankles, knees, hips. Inhale, reaching out. Exhale, pull it back. Inhale up. Exhale, finger painting on the wall. Great. How do you guys feel?
I think it's great.
All
I
right.
think it's good.
Yeah, that was better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it felt
Yeah.
better. Yeah.
Let's just do it a few more times with me facing you looking at my back. I find that tends to be helpful. And let's try that a few times, and then we'll just close with a little bit of a standing meditation.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's begin. So, right, same thing, heels together, feet pointing out. We're going to sink to the right, step to the left, shift into the left, and then turn in the right. Again, release the ankles and knees and the hips. We're going to inhale, reach out. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, open up. Exhale, finger painting down the wall. Let's do it again. Release. Ankles, knees, hips. Shift into the right. Step to the left. Shift into the left. Turn in the right. Again, release the ankles, knees, hips. Inhale, reaching out. Exhale, pulling back. Inhale, open up. Exhale, finger painting down the wall. Beautiful, guys. Let's go one more time. Release. Ankles, knees, hips. Shift to the right. Step to the left. Shift to the left. Turn in the right. Again, release. Ankles, knees, hips. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, open up. Exhale, finger painting. Do you have any questions?
No. And then we can practice this, right?
Yeah. And I mean, let me know, if you guys are interested in doing this on a regular basis, let me know. It's helpful for me to, because, it helps me stay active. Tai Chi is one of those things where if you're teaching, you'll do it. If you don't teach, like, it's easy to not do it.
Right.
Yeah, it's just like this class. It's easy not to do it.
It's easy not to
But
do
with
it.
you,
Huh?
it makes me do it. Yeah.
Good, good.
Yeah, I
Well,
would
so-
love to do this again.
Okay.
Yeah, me
all
too.
right. Well, and so let me, because this is something that I love Tai Chi. It's one of these things that it's been super instrumental in how I approach movement and how I look at movement. And I think it's one of these things where it's super subtle and it works. Like with something like yoga, you can often feel the benefits immediately because the body feels really good when it's stretched. Again, within reason. With Tai Chi, I liken it to you're cultivating a grounded and centered place, or you're cultivating a grounded and centered state. So it's something that takes time, but it really pays in dividends
Mm-hmm.
if you take the time to really kind of cultivate this practice. And it doesn't have to be much, but it really does. It's one of these things where it's a subtle thing that begins to kind of, manifest in various different aspects of your life. So I'm a huge fan, and I would love to, if you guys are interested, I would love to,
Yeah, I'd like to do this. On a
All right.
regular.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I would too. I would too. Definitely.
All right. Well, hey, let's close with a little bit of a standing meditation, and then I'll keep you guys posted. So we'll start off just as we began, feet about hip width apart. You're closing your eyes and just begin from the feet, sensing the feet rooting, grounding into the floor. The heels ground down, the balls of the feet ground down, the toes spread out on the floor. And we're just letting the body weight sink into the floor, softening up through the lower legs, softening the backs of the knees, unwinding up the thighs, softening in the front of the hips. The tailbone gently pulls down deep into the center of the earth as we let go of any tension in the low back, softening in the belly, releasing in the ribs, all the way up to the base of the neck. Allowing there to be space in the armpits as we unwind down the shoulders, unwind down the upper arms, forearms, wrist, and all the way out through the tips of the fingers. Softening any tension in the muscles of the neck, softening in the jaw. Letting go in the forehead. And then again, just allowing that crown of the head to be pulled up towards the sky. So as the body weight sinks, grounds down into the center of the earth, the tailbone gently pulls down, the crown of the head gently releases up towards the sky. We're going to exhale all the air out of your lungs. Allow for that nice full inhalation to fill the body. Again, exhale all the air out of your lungs. Allow for that nice full inhalation to fill the body. One more time here. Exhale fully. Exhale all the air out of your lungs. And allow for that nice full inhalation to fill the body. Exhale fully. Slowly open your eyes. Hey guys, thanks so much. I really appreciate you joining me in on this. And what
Yeah.
I'm going to put, and I'm going to do this, John, I'll do this for you and Olivia's sessions, and Ellen, I'll do this for yours too. And then for this, I'm going to create a separate YouTube playlist, and so you can go back and you can watch these. You know,
Okay, that'd be wonderful.
yeah, give me a couple of days to put that together. But when I get those together, I'll send you guys a link, and yeah.
Practice.
My goal is, if you guys are interested in doing this, my goal is to see if we can, if there's, you know, this is the, I would love to get you guys through the first section, you know, to where you feel like you could do the first section of this form on your own.
On your own, that would be wonderful.
It really, yeah, and it really.
Yeah, I would love that.
Great. Well, let's do it. I'll,
Okay.
More to come.
Good.
I'll see you both tomorrow. Okay. Ellen at 11. John, I'll see you at 10.
Yes.
Yes.
Bye, John. Hey, John.
Bye, Ellen.
Do you have are you using your iPhone?
I'm using my iPhone. If he messages me on my on email, I can use my iPad. But if he uses just my my message texting, then I have to use my iPhone.
Okay.
Well, you know, John, what's better for the both of you guys? Would you prefer
I think if you could send me an email, then I can use my iPad.
Yeah.
Then I can see you better.
Yeah. Let's do that. And honestly, that's one step for me as opposed to two. One step to email, 2 steps to text. It works better for me as well. So.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll see you tomorrow.
So what do we agree on? It's going to be a text or a
email?
It's going to be email.
And what I'll do, just to remind you, I'll shoot a text to remind you it's in your email.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Kind of get that.
Okay. Bye, Ellen.
Have a good day.
Yeah,
Bye,
bye, Peter.
Bye, Jordan.
Thank you, Jordan.
You're welcome.